Welcome back. You know, planning a wedding can be a lot of fun. Each year is always great to see all the different trends and, of course, the tribes. Got to have the bride tribe, of course, for that special day. But it's incredible to see all the creativity that goes on.
Yeah, it's an adventure each and every year, that's for sure. Virginia-based wedding planner extraordinaire Kim Moody is back with us with a few must-haves to make your wedding spectacular. It's great to see you again, Kim.
You too, girls. Thank you for having me.
We had so much fun last year. This one you almost didn't make it out of the studio with that sequin dress.
Still have a photo of me sitting next to the dress. I just wish I would have been in the dress and got to take it home. It was beautiful.
Yeah. I know it was. It was amazing.
We'll get to the dresses in a minute. We've got so much fun over here. Yes. We have two lovely brides to be in the studio right now. One right here, one over there watching all the trends from the corner. Yeah. Miss Kristen's planning hers. But bridesmaids, they're the glue that hold it all together.
They are. And I love how you're doing Bride Tribe. That is so cute.
Right. That's your pack of girls. So it had been previously kind of a trend to have a larger bridal party. So 6 to 8 was popular in Virginia. Last year we had some bridal parties that were 12 and 14 people, which is huge. But in the coming next couple years, we expect that the bridal party sizes are going to condense back to kind of your closest 4 or 5 girlfriends. And with that, it's a lot more personal service from them to you and from you to them as a thank you. So they're one of the trends is that they're more involved in the process with the smaller group of girls, so a neat thing to do is to kind of treat them accordingly. So the Bride Tribe shirt here and the bride tank top, that's something that we do at our retail store in Carytown. And then we have another one in Blackstone, and that's something that you usually see ordered for a bachelorette weekend, and then they wear it again to like the day before. Maybe they're doing a little informal brunch at the pool or something like that, and take some pictures in it the day of the wedding. And it's also a large enough neckline they can pull over their head when their hair's done.
Oh, that was smart to think about. And I love the jewelry they've got going on.
Yes, so that's another big trend in bridal. We're seeing a lot of, with the bridesmaids this year, a little bit simpler dresses. Bridesmaids jumpsuits are a really big trend that's coming. It might take us a while to get there in Virginia, but with the less embellishment on the dresses for the bridesmaids, it's a lot more embellishment in the jewelry. So you'll see a lot larger jewelry than you have historically for bridesmaids. This is brand new. It's Kendra Scott. This is also at our retail store trend, and it's got the sort of jade turquoise look to it here, and that's a little more on the casual bohemian side. And then another big trend that we're seeing is in rose gold. Of course, that kind of came out last year, and we're seeing a lot with golds, rose golds, and druzy being a big thing for the bridal party. And then this pair we've actually done a lot with for the brides themselves, as they're something blue.
Oh, that's so precious.
That is really sweet.
And the super duper thing about jewelry and the gifts, 2 of the weddings I was in, that was the gift, the thank you, and then it was a piece that translated into life. I still have them. I wear them today.
Exactly.
So it's a nice versatile piece that looks great and makes a statement, but then says thank you.
Exactly. Kind of the same thing with Alex and Ani. We've been doing a lot of that with bridesmaids gifts this year because they can kind of build a story. So like this grouping here might be indicative if they were having purples in their wedding party. Maybe the bride and the bridesmaid met at JMU, so they've got their collegiate one here. So we do a lot with birthstones and initials for the bridesmaids gifts as well. And then Alex and Ani does some really neat things here. Everything in their line is carded, and then on the back of the card it tells the meaning. So that's kind of a neat sentimental. So this one is Godspeed, and it's about a woman having virtue in her life and good luck moving forward on their next path.
Oh, it makes it so special.
It does.
Now, when you come over this way, Kim, I'm noticing these look a little bohemian and maybe global. And you mentioned bohemian with the jewelry. Is that a trend?
Right, it is, exactly. And I think it's important that the couples that we work with, we try and really lift out their personalities and what is unique to them, what they'd like to see in their events, not exactly what's on trend, although we obviously follow that and encourage that. This would be for more of like a little edgier bride. This was some that we used last year for a wedding at the end of the fall in the rose gold, and you can mix the metals. That's a really big thing coming again this year. I think we're going to see a lot more of it with the rose gold and silver, and then more towards the Moroccan vibe as well.
You just took a lot of people out of the comfort zone mixing those metals.
See, I love mixing those metals, but I love invitations.
Yes,
exactly.
So we got to go over here.
Let's go see the invitations. Anything with a monogram, it speaks to me.
Right?
And bows galore.
So this is a silk ribbon. This is all from English Tea Papery, one of our favorite stationers in Richmond. So she specializes in a little bit more towards the high-end side. She does cotton invitations, vellum envelopes, which is
those are
this here.
beautiful.
Greenery is something really big that we're going to see coming in 2017 for bridal trends, and having like hints of color has been sort of coming for a little while. But watercolors, this is a watercolor she did of the homestead.
And again, personalizing it, which is a really, and that's the really neat thing about invitations and save the dates, and even translating on into the thank you cards. It sets the tone for the experience. You're really introducing your wedding this way.
Exactly, and people that aren't very into, let's say they don't want to budget a lot of money for stationery, if that's not something that's really important to them, it's important that they kind of use those invitations as a tool to let their guests know how to dress appropriately for the event, how formal it is, you know, what type of expectations they should have for the day of their wedding. When you see something like the gold foil that's on here, that's more towards the traditional route for invitations, but you know that that's going to be a more upscale reception. You can see here Country Club of Virginia, you know you're going to pack your heels and plan to be there and have a great party, so.
I'm all ready to pack my heels. Yeah. Look at those.
Love this.
So now, we're seeing a lot more with this monogramming, personalized, really nice. These are by Kaspari, which we also carry at Trend. Personalized napkins. They can come in foil and flat colors as well. And of course, you can order them in any color family that suits. It is not much difference in price to order custom napkins than it is to do fabric and regular linens.
And the practical part of me says, oh great, when Nikki D invites me over for a couple years, you know, you've got some leftover napkins, you can still use them.
And who doesn't like their name on something, I tell you.
Nikki D and I were just talking about monograms being kind of a rite of passage for the bridal industry, and sort of taking up your new monogram. And then these are something that can be used in the couple's guest bathrooms for their guest towels, or dinner parties for their napkins for years to come. So if they over order, it's okay.
Now, we've been talking all morning about these beautiful dresses, so we have to sneak over here and look at these gorgeous, gorgeous dresses.
And they're different than last year. The trends continue to evolve. What are the different trends that you're seeing this year versus last?
So both of these beautiful gowns are from Annalise Bridal here in Richmond, and they're a higher end bridal shop here in the city, and they focus on gowns that are more towards the couture styling and personal service. So we're excited to have these from them. This gown at first glance is very traditional. It's got kind of a cotton lace feel to it, but what is the big trend for 2017 is the illusion bodice. So if you look here, all of this is a sheer lace underneath. So it's a way for the bride to be conservative but still trendy at the same time.
And this one almost takes it a step further. This has just got the, and I'm so deathly afraid I'll rip it, but it's like a mesh.
Very plunging neckline.
Right, plunging necklines are a big thing for 2017 in the bridal industry, while still having plenty of coverage across the chest and in the bodice itself. So that's something that we're seeing a lot of. It kind of started late in the fall last year, and then it's continued on forward, which is, as Cheryl was saying, great for the humid Virginia summers.
That's right. That's right. Great stuff. And I've totally blocked the view here, but both dresses have this gorgeous trail. Can I twirl her? Of buttons down the back. And look at the, I mean, it's just perfect. Good stuff. Beautiful. Kim, we so thank you for being back with us.
Of course. Thanks for having me, girls.
Did you pick up some new ideas?
I did. I got to get with it, though.
That's right. She's always getting it together. We appreciate you being with us. Thanks for sharing the trends.
Of course.
Virginia This Morning continues right after this.